Hello, my dear students. Today I am going to discuss the topic about inside of our earth. Already, mostly in previous classes, what is the structure of the earth? Let's get into video. The earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. Have you ever wonderful that lies in the interior of the earth? What is the earth made up of? And what is the interior of the earth? Just like an onion, if you take as an example, the earth is made up of several concentric layers with one inside another. The uppermost layer over the earth's surface is called the crust. It is the thinnest of all the layers. It is about 35 kilometers on the continental masses and only 5 kilometers on the ocean floors. The main mineral constituents of the continental mass are silica and alumina. It is thus called Sial. Si means silica and Al means alumina. The oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. It is therefore called Sima, means Si is called silica and Ma indicates magnesium. Just beneath the crust is the mantle, which extends up to a depth of 2,900 kilometers below the crust. The deepest mine in the world is in South Africa. It is about 4 kilometers deep. In search for all engineers have dug in hole about 6 kilometers deep. The internal or the innermost layer is the core with a radius of about 3,500 kilometers. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron and is called Fe. Ni indicates nickel and Fe indicates ferrous, that is iron. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. And what about rocks and minerals which we observe in inner layers of the earth? The earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust is called a rock. Rocks can be of different color, size and texture. There are three major types of rocks. Number one, igneous rocks. Number two, sedimentary rocks. Number three, metamorphic rocks. When the molten magma cools and becomes solid, rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. They are also called primary rocks. There are two types of igneous rocks. One is intrusive rocks and second one is extrusive rocks. Can you imagine lava coming out from the volcanoes? Lava is actually fiery red, molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. When this molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes a solid. Rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called extrusive igneous rocks. They have a very fine grained structure. For example, basalt. The Deccan Plateau is made up of basalt rocks. Sometimes the molten magma cools down deep inside the Earth's crust. Solid rocks so formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. Rocks roll down, crack, and hitch each other and are broken down into small fragments. These smaller particles are called sediments. These sediments are transported and deposited by winds, water, etc. These loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks. These types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. And what are the best examples for sedimentary rocks? Sandstone is made from grains of sand. These rocks may also contain fossils of plants, animals, and other microorganisms that once lived on them. Igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks under great heat and pressure. For example, clay changes into slate and limestone changes into marble. And what are the advantages of rocks? Rocks are very useful to us. The hard rocks are used for making roads, houses, and buildings. You use stones in many games. For example, seven stones. Seven stones means pitcher. Hopscotch. 5 stones means gitti. So, you will be surprised to know that one type of rock changes to another type under certain conditions in a cyclic manner. This process of transformation of the rock from one to another is known as the rock cycle. You have already learned when the molten magma cools, it solidifies to become igneous rocks. These igneous rocks are broken down into small particles that are transported and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. When the igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to heat and pressure, they change into metamorphic rocks. The metamorphic rocks, which are still under great heat and pressure, melt down to form molten magma. This molten magma again can cool down and solidify into igneous rocks. Thank you, students.